so strongly with destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and deter you from showing up authentically. Get yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for joining me on today. Welcome back. If you're a subscriber, welcome in. If this is your first time seeing me, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for 500 subscribers. That was my goal, to reach 500, and now I'm offering a free 1 hour reading contest giveaway in my post. You can go to my latest post and comment on that video. Comment on the post to enter into the contest. And we already are at 600, even though we just hit 500 like yesterday or the day before. So thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Our team is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's really all I have to say. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys your photos so we can get into the reading. Hey Pile One, welcome to your reading. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Welcome into Aniyah's Notes. All right, so today we're going to be doing what makes you attractive. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Spirit, what makes Pile One attractive? I did already kind of start shuffling before I press play, so yeah. First up, we have the Sun. Today I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot. One of my favorites, y'all know. My subscribers know. Okay, so first we have the Sun. Let's see. We got the Page of Pentacles. All right. Also, thank you to everybody who's been booking recently. I have definitely gotten an influx of new clients, so I appreciate you guys, and I'm excited to get to your readings. We have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, not bottom of the deck. Last card out, we have the Ten of Wands. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So off rip, I feel like what makes you attractive is that you're still like interested and you're still here and like present in life despite the things that you've been through. Because like with the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it's just this overall, even with like the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, like these are three cards that definitely represent, you know, struggling in different avenues or different ways. And I feel like you all, what makes you attractive is that you've been through a lot in life, whether it's lack, whether it's burden, whether it's heartache, betrayal. You've been through a lot and yet you're still here. When I say still here, I mean like, I'm still here. Okay, I had to, like, let's be serious. Anyways, you're still here and you're still present in the sense that you still think that positive things are bound to happen. You still radiate joy. You still are on a journey to improving yourself, even if like you feel like you keep having to start over, even if you feel like it's hard or you're tired or you don't have all the resources that you need, or like you're losing people and losing friends and family and partners along the way because people are revealing their true colors. And like all of this, people feel like if they had been through what you went through, they would have given up a long time ago, essentially. So like what I'm getting is what's making you attractive is your perseverance. But it's really specifically like, it's not even just perseverance. It's like you still have a zest for life. You still are joyous about life. And you still have a positive outlook on life. That's what it is. It's like, you have this very radiant energy, this very radiant magnetic energy. You could be this kind of person to always be other people's cheerleader, or like always want to egg people on to, you know, pursue their dreams, to live out their goals. And you never are like, it's like you're never saying no to adventure. You're never saying no to a possibility. You never say no to opportunities. And that's what is something that makes you attractive. You're the kind of person for sure where like people, you don't look like what you've been through. Like people, when they first meet you, I feel like this is something that like, this makes you attractive to people over time, because I feel like when people first meet you, they just see this like sun energy, this like sun and the Page of Pentacles, where it's like, this is somebody who has a zest to them, an excitement about life to them, somebody who likes to see the silver lining, somebody who wants to explore, who wants to travel, somebody who wants to build something for themselves and who believes in themselves to do so. And that's already like an attractive energy within itself. But then once people learn more about you and they specifically learn more about your past, and let's say that you tell them stories about things that you've been through, things that you've experienced, or if it just comes up in conversation, or like you say something that makes it clear that you've been through something, then it's like, oh, it makes that joy and that positivity even more valuable, because now they know that you have to be a special kind of person in order to cultivate that and to hold on to that. Like people, that's what I'm saying, like people, what makes you attractive is the fact that people feel like, I don't know, it's like you can't be shaken, because it's more than persevering. Like I feel like perseverance is more so a thing of like, you know, you keep going despite obstacles, and like yes, you do keep going despite the obstacles, but it's not even necessarily the fact that like you don't give up on your goals that's attractive. Your ambition is attractive, but it's more so like the fact that you still like are excited to live life. That's really what it is. Like your excitement and your like gusto to see new things and do new things and go to new places, like that is what is really attractive about you. People feel like you're the kind of person where like if you're in their life, they can never be down for too long, or they can never be sad for too long, because you're going to do something to brighten their mood. And also it can be in the sense that people feel like, and not, this might come across bad, but it's like people don't mean it in a bad way, but it's like people might also like being around you because you remind them that it's really not that bad. Like whatever they're going through is not that bad, because you probably have gone through something worse and you're still here, very successful, very happy today. So now again, not saying that in a way that people try to, you know, use your issues to make themselves feel better. It's more so a thing of just like, they feel like if Pal 1 went through what they went through and they're still here, then, you know, I don't really, this isn't much for me to be complaining about, or like I would be weak to complain about this or to really harp on this when there's people out there who've been through worse than me and who are, you know, able to still bounce back, able to still see things from a positive outlook, you know. I also feel like this makes you attractive in like romantic sense, especially because I feel like you could have gone through hardships in your relationships and you could have been cheated on. You could have had people using you for money, or people putting lots of burdens on you, people making you feel like a burden to them. Just overall, like having partners who are not really appreciative of you or who didn't treat you in an unfair way. Partners where you felt like you were getting the short end of the stick in the relationship, or you were carrying the weight of the relationship and this person wasn't really participating. You still are not bitter. Like you still don't, you know, a lot of people, once they go through enough heartbreak, or, you know, people they don't get the responses that they want in relationships, people will tend to just like give up on dating, or, you know, say how the dating pool has pee in it, or, you know, they'll get bitter towards the gender that they date. But you, it's like you are sharpened. I think you're wiser because of the things that you've gone through, but you don't like hold that against new people. So that's what I mean, where it's like you don't turn, like the Four of Cups is about like being kind of sad and disappointed and thus like turning away opportunities. But with it being reversed, I feel like you're not turning away opportunities. You're open to new people, you're open to new things, like even friends. Like some people, you know, they go through stuff in friendships and then they'd be like, oh, no new friends. But you're not like that. Like just because the last person talked behind your back and, you know, cheated on you or whatever, you don't hold that against new people, and you're still open and kind and warm to new people, and you give them a chance to show you who they are without projecting your past onto them. And that's something that makes you very attractive as well. It's like you have this ability with the Sun card to always like work through and like burn through your trauma. Like you could be somebody who's very spiritually aware and very spiritually in tune, and you could have like a sort of a spiritual hygiene that you keep up with consistently. So it's like whenever, you know, you go through things in life, you're constantly like cleansing and healing from those things. And so it ends up never really having like a hold on your energy. It ends up not really being allowed to like really taint your aura or shift your mindset, because you cleanse and like heal from things so quickly. It's like they don't really have they don't have time to like calcify you or to make you bitter, you know what I mean? Interesting. So now I'm gonna pull some affirmations to see further how are people attracted to you, or yeah, what makes Pile 1 attractive, Spirit? What makes Pile 1 attractive? Go ahead and like the videos if it's resonating so far. First we have I live slow and grow fast. I live slow and grow fast. And then we have I release all limiting beliefs, mindsets, and insecurities. I release all limiting beliefs, mindsets, and insecurities. I feel like something else that makes you attractive is that people feel like you're a slow burner in the sense of like life. You could be a slow burner in relationships, or maybe you like to do like the friends to lovers type of thing, or you just like to date for a long time before getting into a relationship or making things official. And people could be attracted to that. They could be attracted to the fact that you like to really take your time to get to know people. But I'm also getting that, I'm also getting this in terms of your decision making and like the plans that you have for your life. You're somebody who's very expansive. I mean, literally, we do have these two cards here where it's like the sun, which is just like super expansive and like magnetic and like lighting up the sky. At the same time, having the Page of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving page, the one who takes their time to really do things the right way, in the proper way, where they're going to stand the test of time. It's like you're somebody who dreams very big, but you also are not in a rush to meet your goals or to create your dream life, and you're doing it from a way that is still realistic. It's like you might have dreams that are so big that they seem delusional, but you actually have a practical plan to execute on these things, and you're not really trying to take shortcuts. And it's like, because you do things the slow way but the right way the first time, you end up seeing progress in a way that is exponential, or in a way that seems like it happened overnight, when really it didn't happen overnight. It's just that like you've been putting work in consistently. So it's like if you do ever have a spike in energy or a spike in progress, it was already like been in the works, but it might look like just a sudden spike to people from looking from the outside in. People love how, again, very open-minded you are. You're very expansive, you're very open-minded, and you help people to believe in things that they can't see. Okay, you really do. You help people to stay open-minded. That's like the biggest thing. People feel like having you in their life keeps them young, or it keeps them hip. It keeps them having like a spunk to them, because I don't know, I just think that you're somebody who, like, you're human, and you feel your feelings. You don't come across as somebody who's stoic or who is just like bottling up their feelings, but it's more so a thing of like, you might really value time. Okay, you might really value time and value life. And you just probably feel like, you know, just because I go through something doesn't mean that I'm going to ruin the rest of my life because that thing happened, or I'm going to, you know, put a damper on the rest of my life, or be super cautious the rest of my life and live in fear because of that thing happening. If anything, you overcoming these things gives you more courage and more confidence to live even more boldly, because you're like, if I went through this and that in my past and I got over it and things didn't really matter anymore a year later, then now I'm going to be even more bold because I know what I can get through. It's like you're the kind of person where you probably have been through a lot of disappointment and trauma and pain early in life, like from a young age. So it's like as you get older, you just give less and less fucks, because it's like you've already been through the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're somebody who probably, like I said, you probably had a hard childhood or hard adolescence. And so now that you're an adult, it's like you just want to be bold. You want to have fun. You want to live your life. You want to do the things that you want to do. You want to die with no regrets. You know what I'm saying? And people really love that about you. People are very attracted to that energy within you, especially once they learn about your past, because again, that makes it even more valuable once they realize all that you've been through and you still are like this, because you have the energy of somebody who ain't never been through shit. Like, you come across as somebody who grew up with a silver spoon. You ain't never really been through shit because you're just so happy and you're so carefree. But no, that's actually not the case at all. It's actually the opposite. Okay, so let's see. People are also, this is not in the cards, this is just coming through, people are also really attracted to your self-respect, because that's another thing too. It's like, you're not just like, it's not just like innocent childlike joy. It's like a joy that is like taken. It's like a joy that is like, your joy is based in self-respect and the idea that you deserve to be happy despite anybody else, what anybody else thinks. And so there's this strong sense of self-respect that you have for yourself that radiates as well, that attracts people to you. Okay, here, let me get one or two more cards, please, on how pile 1 is attractive. What makes pile 1 attractive? So let's see. We have, I am spiritually guided and protected. I am spiritually guided and protected. And we have, my life is unfolding perfectly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are very, you're very much the kind of person to walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, and that's something that people think is really attractive by you, about you. People like watching you say that you're going to do something and then do it. I'm getting that you're also somebody who really values your word, and like I think that honor is very important to you. And so people will watch you. You might talk about your relationship with God or the divine spirit, whatever you believe in. And so there's like that spiritual aspect to you, and like that people are attracted to. But people also feel like you are committed to optimism, you're committed to positivity, and you're committed to creating something for yourself despite what other people might think is realistic or not, or again, like despite what other people might project that you will be able to do or not do based on your past. Some of you could also be late bloomers, so you could have like gone to school late or gone to school like as an adult. You could have had children later in life and gotten married later in life, or started a business later in life, or maybe you were have like a rags to riches type of story where like you were broke in the past, and then as you got older you started to make more money. There's something here just about like you, it's like you have this what makes you attractive to people is that you have this balanced energy of like trusting in something that's higher than yourself and moving by that, even if you don't see it physically yet, or even if it doesn't make sense to other people. But at the same time, you do also have this like planner, long-term thinker, stays disciplined type of energy here with the Page of Pentacles, where it's like, yes, you have faith, but you also have a plan. And yes, you pray and you might do spells and watch readings and do affirmations and listen to subliminals, but you also put work in. You also actually do physical, tangible things like learn new skills or start a business or go apply to jobs. You do those things too in order to make these things happen. And you always end up making things happen as well. Like I'm getting the Magician in my third eye. What makes you attractive is that you're the kind of person who can make something out of nothing. You're the kind of person who is very much able to transmute dark negative energy into personal power for yourself. And you know how to wield that energy as well. Okay? And not only do you know how to wield this energy, but you also know how to share it with other people. That's what I'm saying. Like people are attracted to you because they feel like you are a benefit to their life. Not in a selfish way, but it's just like being around you makes people remember that we're in a matrix. It makes people remember, you help people to remember that they're not stuck, they're not limited. You're not a tree, you can move. I don't know if any of y'all know what I'm talking about when I just said that. If you do, please comment below because I'm hilarious actually. Anyways, yeah, you know, like you're just attractive because it's like people see you as just this, I don't know, it's kind of like a blooming sunflower. You feel like you have a blooming sunflower type of energy where it's just like you just are growing really tall above the bullshit, like, and you're still happy, you're still positive, but you're also so strong and like deeply rooted as well. So yeah, that's how you're attractive, Pile 1. If you're from Pile 1, comment sunflower so that I know that you're from Pile 1. If you would like to enter in the contest, then just go to my latest post, not my latest video, but my latest post. Comments under videos will not count, only comments under that post will count. You can comment there if you want to enter in the contest. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Welcome into Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today we're going to be looking into what makes you attractive, okay? First of all, I want to say thank you guys for 500, well now 600 subscribers. I'm so honored, so grateful that you guys trust me to read your energy and that you resonate with these messages. I'm still doing the free 1 hour giveaway, 1 hour reading giveaway on my posts, on my channel posts, not videos, but posts. So you guys can go to my latest post and comment under there if you would like to enter. Of course, you also have to be subscribed. Other than that, let's get into it. What makes Pile 2 attractive? Spirit, what makes Pile 2 attractive? We have the Three of Swords. Today, y'all, I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot, by the way. So we have the Three of Swords. We have the King of Cups. The Lovers reversed. This is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And let's see, one more card, please. Okay. The Five of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. And then underneath that, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like Pile 2, what makes you all attractive? This is very interesting. what makes y'all attractive is that you play games, probably too. It's giving that you play games. Because with us having the Three of Swords here, it's like, woe is me. You know, people just don't treat me right. And I'm such a victim. And I'm just so perfect and lovable. And I don't know why people don't treat me like with the love and tenderness that I deserve. Boo-hoo. Like, it's very much giving, on one hand, is giving like, I'm baby. Like, daddy, am I your baby? Like, it's giving like, I'm such a damsel in distress, and like, I just get hurt all the time, and I just don't know what's wrong, and like, I don't know why I can't find love. But then with the King of Cups, it's like, you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Like, it's giving very much emotionally intelligent. It's giving you play games in a sense that like, you might play dumb for sure. Like, I'm getting like, you could do stuff where like, you make people feel guilty about like hurting your feelings, when in reality your feelings are not hurt. You just wanted to see how they were going to respond if they thought they did hurt your feelings. Are you a Scorpio? Do you have prominent Scorpio placements, or Cancer? Really water in general, because I mean, we had the King of Cups. So really scared. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Also Gemini coming through heavy with the Lovers here, literally. Okay. People are attracted to the fact that, but what's interesting about this is that like, I feel like you're not necessarily as slick as you think you are either. So it's like, people know that you're like running game on them, or that you're playing with them, but they like it. You know what this reminds me of? This is a very random example, but this reminds me of when you go to Disney World. You know, the people are dressed up in the costumes as the characters, and they're walking around the park. And even as a kid, it's like, you know that there's a person just in a costume, and that's not like the actual character, because the actual character doesn't exist, because most of them are based on like cartoons, right? But you still, as a kid, and even as an adult, like if you see somebody in the costume, you might still feel that excitement and still want to go take a picture with them, even though you know that they're just like a paid actor. It's like, people feel like that about you. It's like, people know when you're like trying to emotionally manipulate them, or like play the victim, or like play soft, like you don't know what's going on. People know that you're doing this, but something about the interaction makes them feel good, and so they entertain it anyways, even though they know that you're not serious. But it's like, they like the thrill of like playing the game with you. Like, you could be the kind of person, you might like on and off situations, like, or relationships, or might attract them a lot, where like, I'm getting like, you're the kind of person to like act like you're finna leave your person, or like break up with them, just to like see if they're gonna chase you, just to see if they're gonna like fight for the relationship. And it's like, the other person, in their head, they know that you're not leaving them. So it's like, they'll play along and like with this chasing you and doing all that stuff, because it's like, they live for the drama, and so do you. People are what makes you attractive is that you bring the drama, okay? You are not nobody's piece. Okay, like, you are not anybody's piece. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I was not expecting this. Y'all are funny. Y'all are definitely hilarious. And I feel like y'all are also hilarious. Like, you guys are probably really funny and like charming. Like, okay. Also, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers in reverse, the Five of Wands, people are attracted to you because you're hard to pin down as well. Like, you might be somebody who, you make people get emotionally hooked to you, or like emotionally attached to you. But there's this energy here of like them either not being able to have you to themselves, where like you maybe just don't want to like be monogamous with them, or even if you are like dating only them, it's like you don't want to put a title on it, or like you don't want to let them claim you or let them post you or something like that. There's this energy of like breadcrumbing people. And this all sounds very toxic, where it's like, oh my gosh, like I would not, you know, be with that person, but people really like that shit. You might attract people who have very boring lives, honestly. Like, you might tend to attract people whose lives are boring. Like, they just go to work and go home, and so they're bored, literally, in life. And so being with you and like being around the drama and the chaos that you cause, it like makes them feel alive. Like, I'm seeing that you might even be the type to like start arguments for fun, literally. Like, you guys could definitely have some Gemini placements in here. You don't have to, but I feel like Gemini is like the queen king sign of just like starting shit just for entertainment. Like, if y'all, I've been around a lot of Gemini placements, so trust me, Geminis will definitely start shit just to see. It's like partially just because for entertainment purposes, because they're just bored and they just want to start some drama to fucking spice shit up. But then it's also partially to see if you care about them. Like, in a Gemini's mind, if you tolerate their chaos and like still deal with them anyways, that's how they know that you really like them. If they start being chaotic and wreaking havoc and shit and you cut them off, in their mind that means that you didn't really like them. And maybe you didn't. I mean, shit. But that's the energy that people are allowed to not like. Okay? But I'm definitely getting that the people that you attract, obviously they like this about you and they find it attractive about you. That you're not easy to pin down or that you're not boring. Like, because I feel like, like I said, I feel like the people that you attract, they're boring. So that's why they really appreciate, like, they might be boring, but they don't want to be. There are people who do like excitement, but they might just live a more mundane life for like stability purposes. But yeah, they like the fire and like the passion and the energy that you bring. Some of you guys, and this is very specific, so, you know, don't worry about it if it doesn't resonate. If you don't resonate, don't worry about it. But some of you guys, and I don't condone this, okay? I don't. I'm just a reader. But some of y'all are okay with being like the side piece or the mistress or like, you know, the person that's not in a relationship, but you're still dealing with the person. And like, people are attracted to you because of that, because they like the feeling of excitement or freedom that they get when they're with you. I'm hearing that song, "You Are My Little Secret, and that's how we should keep it." I do not condone. I want you to know that. I'm not judging you per se, because I'm being professional right now, but I don't condone. But I do feel that vibe. So, you know, that could apply to who it apply to. People like that about you, obviously, because you're going for shit that people often don't go for, you know? Yeah. You could also attract people who don't want to be in a relationship as well. You could attract people who are like poly, or who are just like the type to be like, what's that word? Habitually single. Okay? Because I feel like you're not in the business of like tying anybody down. I feel like you do like for people to have emotional attachments to you. Like, you definitely like to have power over people's emotions. But I feel like you might not necessarily be the type to want to settle down, get married, have kids. At least not in this particular phase of life. So people might like the fact that, you know, they can be romantic with you and explore connection. Phase that. Y'all are bombarding my timeline with Love Island. But, you know, people like the fact that they can still have a romantic experience with you without it needing to be like super deep or like super committed or super long term. Okay? Also, with the Three of Swords, I'm getting that people might be attracted to you if you have like a dominating energy. Like, you might find people you might attract people who kind of want you to be mean to them, or they like it when you're mean to them. They like it when you, again, they like it when you play games. They like it when you're, you know, making them compete for your time and attention. They like it when you know, kind of put up barriers between you and them, and they have to kind of like work in order to get your attention. People like that. Now, I will say that some of these people that you're attracted, you got to be careful with this energy, because you might tend to attract people who like these certain things about you because they have low self-esteem, and they don't really have, they're like people pleasers. Like, they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, the kind of people who get codependent, and, you know, they could turn possessive or jealous, or they could actually get in too deep with you and become obsessed, but like not in like a good way, in a way of like, you know, trying to humble you, or like really craving your validation to the point where it's obsessive. Okay? And like from a bad place where they might project onto you a lot, like needing constant reassurance or accusing you of things, or getting upset if you're like, you know, not acting like you're in a relationship with them even though you're not in a relationship with them, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get some affirmations to see, Spirit, wow, what makes pile 2 attractive. All right, so we have 4 cards here. We have the more I rest, the more I attract. the more I rest, the more I attract. Like I said in the beginning, it's like you have this like, I'm just such a damsel in distress and I just need someone to come help me and save me. Like, even if you're masculine, like, you just have this vibe where it's like, you do definitely like kind of whine or like guilt people into giving you your way or doing things for you, but people are attracted to that. People think that it makes you like, I don't know, like I said, it's like they know it's performative, but they like the charm of it all. You might attract people also who like to feel needed. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you might tend to attract people who are like either very codependent and they like to feel needed, and so they like the fact that like they like that you can kind of pull on their emotions to get them to want to do things for you. Or you might attract people on the opposite side who are pretty nonchalant, who like the fact that like you're not really taking them serious because they wasn't really trying to take you serious either, you know. Anyways, I have a great network of like-minded people who match my frequency. I have a great network of like-minded people who match my frequency. So you could be very extroverted and know a lot of people. You could be the kind of person to like always be inviting somebody to an event or know like the right social spaces to go to. You could travel a lot and have like international friends or people in different cities, different spaces. You could also have a network where like you always know somebody who does something, so people could be attracted to the fact that like if they need something done, like you know somebody to call without them having to like go find a new person completely by themselves with like any review or any social proof. Okay, next we have, I am prepared for the abundant blessings that I have asked for. I am prepared for the abundant blessings that I have asked for. You also come across very happy-go-lucky. I feel like on the bottom we have, I never feel guilty for treating myself. I never feel guilty for treating myself. Your energy is very unapologetic, Pile 2. You're very much like set in who you are, and you're very much like a free-spirited kind of person. People love that about you, and that's attractive about you as well. People like the fact that you guys might have resonated with, if you guys watched my reading on how you seduce people, there was a particular pile in there, I'm not going to say which one, but if you know, you know, that you guys could have resonated with, because this reading and this energy is reminding me of that reading as well. One of the piles in that reading. But I feel like people feel very open with you, and you stir up a lot of feeling in people. Like, you stir up feelings of competitiveness, of people, you know, again, thinking that somebody else is going to take you from them, because there's a lot of people that want you, people wanting to be in a relationship with you or wanting to connect with you deeper, but you not really wanting that with them. Or, you know, people feeling like you're an escape from their life or their day-to-day, and they like how you bring excitement and fun into their life. There's just all those types of energies that I feel like people are finding attractive about you, Pile 2. So that's what I have for you. If you're from Pile 2, then comment playing games, okay? Because that's how you attract people. That's what makes you attractive, is that you play games. People, you're very unpredictable. Like, people feel like you're like Pandora's box. You're very unpredictable. They never know what you're going to say or do next, but they like that. They like the excitement that comes from the unknown with you, okay? That's what I have for you, Pile 2. If you'd like to enter in the contest to potentially win a free 1-hour reading from yours truly, then you could just comment under my latest post, not the video, but the post on how did you first find me. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today we're going to be looking into what makes you attractive, okay? Before we get into it, thank you guys so much for 600 subscribers. I really greatly appreciate you all for trusting me with your energy. Thank you to everybody who's been booking recently. I definitely will be getting back to my client readings on, today is Wednesday. On Friday and Saturday, that's when I'm going to go ahead and knock out all of those readings. And so you guys can, you know, be on the lookout of your emails on Friday and Saturday. Other than that, if you would like to enter into the contest that I'm hosting currently to give away a free 1-hour reading to a lucky subscriber, then just comment on my top post, not a video, but the post on how did you first find me, and that's it. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Spirit, what makes Pile 3 attractive? First out, we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, also, by the way, today I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot. Okay, one of my favorites. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Wands. Ooh. We have the Eight of Swords. I definitely feel like it came out reversed. It kind of came out in like a weird position, but I feel like it's reversed. And then one more card, please, Spirit. We have the Chariot. Hold on. We have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. we have the High Priestess. What makes you attractive? And then on the bottom of that, I don't know if I can show all of this, but we have Temperance. So definitely Sagittarius energy, the Chariot Cancer energy here. Some people associate the High Priestess with either Venus energy or Aquarius. I've always heard different things, so I don't necessarily associate anything with the High Priestess, but interesting. You all, what makes you attractive is your passion. What makes you attractive is your willingness. You're the kind of person where a lot of people are, this is reminding me of Love Island, because I don't watch the show, but I've seen so many clips, like it's just in my brain at this point. You guys' energy reminds me of Amaya. Like, it's like when a lot of other people would be willing to give up on a relationship at the first disagreement, or people are very limited minded in love and they think that there's no such thing as true love, or there's no such thing as a soulmate, or people being genuine with each other when it comes to love. If they think everything is transactional, you're not like that. Like, you believe in true love, you believe in harmonious relationships, you believe in a higher caliber, a higher frequency of love where it's not based on, you know, societal pressure or us having to agree on every single thing or us never getting into a disagreement. Like, you're the kind of person where you could be, because people might be attracted to the fact that they kind of consider you to be a ride or die, and not in a way where like people are like trying to just hurt you and like use that as a manipulation tactic to keep you along for the ride, but it's more so a thing of like, people like the fact that they can feel safe, that even if they say something wrong or they do something wrong unintentionally, I'm not talking about anything like cheating or like being abusive, I just mean like they feel like if they fart next to you in the bed that you're not going to break up with them about it or like really make it into a big deal. Or, you know, if they try to express their feelings about something and they say it in the wrong way, and maybe, you know, they don't say exactly what they mean and the message gets misunderstood, and you guys get into like a verbal disagreement about it, you're not going, they feel safe that like, okay, just because you guys are upset with each other right now, that doesn't mean that you're going to actually break up with them or stop talking to them. People feel like you're safe to not abandon them. People feel like you're a very safe person. They feel like you're very passionate and loyal, okay? With the Chariot here, the Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, it's like people feel like people are attracted to the fact that you're not afraid to make the first move. You're very passionate. And I'm getting that you could be the kind of person to shoot your shot at people, or like, even if you are the type to wait for somebody to really initiate with you, you're not nonchalant. Like, you don't hide your feelings. Even if you're a feminine watching, where it's like, okay, I don't necessarily go out and approach masculines, you still let the masculine approach you. Once a masculine does approach you, you are open. So if you like them, then you're going to say that. You're not the type to pretend to be nonchalant. You're not the type to even be a slow burner. Like, if you meet somebody today and you guys end up exchanging phone numbers, if you want to talk to that person on the phone, on FaceTime for 2 hours, even though you just met them, you will do that. And you won't really concern yourself with like, if it makes you look cringe or not. Like, people like the fact, like, you come across as very authentic emotionally. Like, you come across as somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. And like, normally this kind of vibe or this energy could be associated with somebody being naive, but in your case, you don't come across naive. You just come across as somebody who, again, like, you see things from such a high perspective that you feel like there is no heartbreak that can steer you away from the idea that love exists. There is no disagreement that can make you believe that love doesn't exist. It's like you just vibrate so high, and you know for a fact, like, both of these are like angels here, right? Both of these beings have angel wings. So it's like you do have this like very higher perspective to where you're able to just like not really focus on the logistics of everything, or like how everything, like how you're going to be perceived, you know? Like, you're very much moving with your heart, not your mind. And that's what people find to be attractive about you. This could also be something where you don't have a type physically, and you're very open-minded to different people physically, or you are the type of person to care more about people's character and how they make you feel, more so than how they look, or like if they have all these different accomplishments on paper, okay? Interesting. People also like the fact that you are very, I feel like you're, again, like, you're not a slow burner, so you could also be the type to get intimate with people kind of quickly, and people like that. They like the fact that like it's just giving like you don't beat around the bush, you don't pretend, you don't wait, like you just go for it, and like you're very bold in that way. It comes across as bold to people because most people are afraid of getting hurt, or they're afraid of being embarrassed, or like seen as looking stupid, or being a simp, or things like that, or a pick me or whatever. Like, and you just don't care. Like, if you want something, you're going to get it. And I feel like you also have that energy in life as well, in terms of your ambitions and your goals. You're very much a go-getter. You're very passionate. You could even be impulsive sometimes. You guys could, this is super specific, but some of you guys could, especially with this, me looking at this Ace of Wands and like how she has a baby, which most of the time is not portrayed in the Ace of Wands, like a child. Some of you guys could have a child that was conceived from a one-night stand, or from a situationship, or like a fling. Okay. And surprisingly enough, people are attracted to the fact that like you're just bold, and you just are out there, and you just go for it. Like, you come across as very free. Your energy feels very free. You feel like somebody who is unrestricted by human societal norms and expectations. Okay, for those of you some of you could also be a single parent, and people could be attracted to the fact that despite you being a single parent, you're still very confident and bold, and like you might take really good care of yourself and your child, and people find that to be attractive. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some affirmations from my affirmation deck that I made. Spirit, what makes pile 3 attractive? First, we have, I embrace the process of figuring it out. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're very much, people like that you're very headstrong, and you're the type to like jump first, think later. You guys could definitely have prominent Cancer and Sagittarius placements, but in general, I'm more so just seeing water and fire in general. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be significant, as well as Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys are very much like, I'm gonna just do it now and like figure it out along the way, literally. We have, I am committed to living my dream life. That's the thing, like if your heart is pulling you towards something, you're gonna go after it. And people like that about you and find that attractive as well, how like heart-centered you are, or heart-led you are. People like how you wear your heart on your sleeve, because it just makes you come across real. It's not even like people, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes when I pick up on vibes like this, it can be kind of from a negative place, and people think like, oh yeah, you know, this person is green, this person is naive because they wear their heart on their sleeve. But in your case, oh, excuse me, in your case, it's not even that people want to take advantage of you. People appreciate your realness. Like, people feel like you're very genuine and you're very authentic, and that is like super attractive to you, like super attractive to them about you. Okay, people feel like you're going very far in life because of how bold you are, because of your willingness. You're kind of fearless. You're very, very, very courageous. Like, I really do feel like y'all be shooting your shot. Like, you could like pitch yourself, like if you have a business, you could be the kind of entrepreneur who pitches yourself all the time, or you like maybe hand out flyers or business cards, or you talk to people directly. Again, some of y'all, when it comes to romance, you could like shoot your shot at people regardless of your gender, especially if you're a woman, though, and that's not really expected of you. You could be the type to shoot your shot a lot at people. You could be the type to very you have a very positive relationship with your sexuality, and like if you want to hunch, you're gonna hunch, you know. Again, some of you could be parents, and you could be very like attentive and, I don't want to say, like very attentive and like present in like a loving way with your children or child. And you also come across as having this higher perspective, where it's like you kind of see above the world. And so people feel like you're also, not only are you free-spirited and bold, but you're also angelic. Like, people feel like there's, you know, things like, I'm getting like, you could be the kind of person to talk like conspiracies or spirituality, like the Anunnaki or aliens, and like all these things that people consider to be taboo or like potentially not real. You have a very deep understanding of these things, and that's something that people find to be attractive about you. How you're just so out of the box. Like, you're very much out of the box. Okay, you guys could also have prominent Aquarius energy as well, but it's very much giving like out of the box, like ahead of your time. Okay, witchy, spiritual, bold, energetic, you know, passionate for sure. So let's get a few more. We have, I always have enough money to spoil myself and the ones I love. I always have enough money to spoil myself and the ones I love. You could also be passionate in the way that you like show your love to other people. You could really enjoy gift giving, or like I said, like something about you being very good at nurturing the people that you care about. You could like to spoil people, and like, you know, because of your boldness, you could be this type of person to like make money fast and then spend it just as quickly as well. And people find that to be attractive about you. People like the fact that people are attracted to the fact that your energy is not tied down, but not in like a, you come across very free. Like that's what it is. Like you come across free and bold, but still loving and heart-centered. Because some people come across like free and bold in a way where they're just nonchalant and they don't want to take anybody seriously. They don't want to ever get into a relationship, and they're kind of just living life as a bachelor or a bachelorette. Whereas for you, it's like you do have this freedom and this boldness to you, but you still love. So it's like an attached freedom, if that makes sense. Because it's like you are free, but you also are the type to like, you like being emotionally attached and emotionally connected and like intimately connected as well, but you still value your freedom in the sense that you don't allow society to hold you back. Okay, period. And one more card. We have, the more I rest, the more I attract. The more I rest, the more I attract. This could be, again, something where you're rejecting. And on the bottom of the deck, we have, I am destined to help humanity and be successful. I am destined to help humanity and be successful. It's like, with the more I rest, the more I attract. You might also reject the traditional 9-to-5, okay? Or you might be somebody who wants to live off grid or like have a farm. You could be vegan, vegetarian, or plant-based, or pescatarian, something like that as well. There's something here about like people admiring your, like you are the kind of person who wants to leave the matrix, and like that's something that people appreciate about you, where it's like the more I rest, the more I attract. It's like you're somebody who, again, like you have a higher understanding of how money works, how money is energy, money, you know, currency is energy, is currency, and you know, attention and all these things. And you're somebody who is able to detach yourself. It's very interesting. It's like you're detaching yourself from the matrix or like the outside world or like society, but at the same time, you're very quick to attach yourself to people that you feel like you resonate with and the people that you feel drawn to in your heart, okay? So that's what I have. You always lead with love, but also from like a very higher place. You're very interesting to people, and people feel like you help them to become more free spiritually, for sure, and you inspire them to love. Because I feel like, you know, in these days, it's not that many true lovers left, and you're definitely one of them. People feel like you're a true lover, and your love is pure and genuine and authentic, without caring about what it looks like, caring about if you like a simp, caring about if you get embarrassed. Like, you don't care about that. You'll deal with that after the fact. But in the moment, you're going to express how you feel, and you're going to show love if you feel love. And that's something that people find to be really, really attractive about you, pile 3. So if you made it to pile 3, go ahead and comment, you know, heart or heart on your sleeve, heart center, something with the word heart in it, so I know you're from pile 3. Again, thank you all so much for 600 subscribers. I'm still hosting my giveaway. If you want to enter, you can just comment under the post, not the video, but the latest post in my post tab on the channel to enter. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.